Jay, you spoke about in your opening remarks about bringing upon the second scientific revolution and replication being at the core of it. I'm curious to get both of your pointed view on this as to, is there a landmark study within cancer and within chronic conditions that you would like to see replicated?
There's a really interesting study about trying to replicate, I think there's 100 landmark studies in cancer biology, where the conclusion from this replication effort, randomly chosen papers, was that most of them didn't even describe their methods in sufficient detail where a replication could actually happen. That's a major problem, right? So, so like the replication revolution then gives you a chance to look and say, well, look, we shouldn't believe a result just because it's published. At the same time, the reason I'm punting on this is I don't want the government to pick and choose and identify studies to go after. I've seen this kind of power used essentially to go after disfavored people too much. I want the scientific community to engage with that and say, well, what are the ideas, sort of the rate-limiting step ideas, where if it turns out to be true, then the field will go one way. If it turns out to be false, the field will go another way. And focus our replication efforts on those things, not where the government's picking and choosing which scientific ideas to pick at, but rather to let the scientific community embrace this collaborative spirit of replication that ought to be the standard of truth in science.
That crisis is generally not applied to most, I think, clinical trials, because it's hard to, unless there's absolute fraud, which is highly unusual, because it's hard if you enroll the right number of patients and you show a significant effect in those patients. That is something that is hard to sort of uproot and overturn. But the preclinical studies that drive those clinical trials, I think, is where we are interested. And I think Jay's right. You want to go after the highly leveraged ones, the ones where, hey, if that's true, man, we got to make a big investment in it. And if it's false, we should leave it alone. Those are the ones that you got to go after.